My name is Martin Klaassen and welcome to the interview sessions by the virtual lighting design community. My next guest is Magali Mendez. Welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Magali, for the benefit of our viewers, can you give a bit of a background? Where you're from? What do you do in your daily life?
Of course. I come from Mexico. I'm based in Mexico. I do lighting design. I studied architecture in l'École Spéciale d'Architecture in Paris. And I study a master in lighting design in KTH in Sweden.
Right.
And I'm also the Women in Lighting Ambassador from Mexico.
Oh, well, fantastic. Now, you're here because you had a big involvement in this year's events, light talks, workshops, you did a lot of things. Maybe you can tell us a bit what you did and what it meant.
Yes, of course. I'm part of the jury panel of the awards this year, and I also been involved in the light talks, in the discussion about light festivals, and I also did a workshop about well-being and balance in workplace.
Can you explain a little bit more about both those two, the festivals and the well-being?
Yes, of course. We have been talking about the importance of the light festivals all over the world, and how you can go further and with the future and the festivals where are gonna end up. And about the workshop is that I have a big awareness about balance and well-being, and I think with the pandemics, we need to balance all the areas of our lives, and it's really important. So we need to be aware about our mental health, the physical health, and
Absolutely.
of course, physiological health.
Yeah.
So we're really interested in bringing balance in people in general, and how light is related to bring this balance in your life.
Oh, right, fantastic. Now, there are three main themes that run through this event, which is innovative lighting design, future sustainability, and seamless integration. What does that mean for you as a lighting designer?
Well, innovation is hard. It's hard to say because after LED, I mean, I don't know what's gonna follow.
Yeah.
The OLED or OLED, I think it
But
goes.
you started with LED. Have you
Yeah.
known any of the technologies before LEDs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I work with incandescent and
Right.
fluorescent.
Because when I
before.
started, we only had incandescent bulbs and fluorescent tubes.
Yeah, well, I know. And then we have been developing a lot
Yeah.
of technologies. The LED came and changed everything.
Yes.
So I don't know what's going to happen after LEDs. I know that after LEDs, we have control, and we need to be really involved in control. I don't know if it's going to come another new technology. I don't see it.
But something is coming.
But something is coming,
Yes.
for sure. And talking about innovative, I mean, we need to be really creative. And I think that probably with the pandemics, we have been like, not yet. Even though everybody said that pandemics accelerate everything,
People had time to think.
yeah, yeah, I
And
think we
create.
need to stop and create.
Yes.
So let's see what's gonna
yeah.
happen. And well, talking about
Sustainability
sustainability
and
and future, I believe that the future is to go back,
Right.
step back, and back to basics, and integrate natural resources, natural light. Renewable resources. We need to go back a little bit.
Back
We
to the
need
future.
Yeah. I think that if we integrate natural light and daylight and artificial light, then we can go further. But we cannot forget like the basics. Like
No, of course not.
basic the technology and energy that we have already.
Yeah.
So the future is just to go back.
Step back,
to the future,
few step backs to go more
Yes.
steps forward.
Yes, and integrate what we have as natural resources.
You're right, fantastic. Now, we have all been disrupted the last couple of years by COVID, and you
yes.
mentioned health and all that. We all have been confronted with that over the last few years, but now we need to move forward, and I think that we have learned from the last couple of years of the pandemic to readjust ourselves and calibrate ourselves to maybe change things in our world on how to move forward. What's your views on that, and how has it impacted you maybe in your personal practice?
Well, impacted me, of course, like it changed my life. When the pandemic started, I moved to the countryside, I was living in Mexico City. It's a crowded city with a lot of pollution and noise and traffic jam and so on. So I moved and I was living next to the mountains, within nature. So of course my life changed
Yes.
in a total way. I was meditating, I was having contact with natural light, with daylight, with moonlight. Now I know all the phases of the moon and I saw stars every night. So I became totally a total different person. That's why I got this awareness about mental health, because I saw myself and I saw how I changed in a holistic way. How I was like, I had some priorities before, and now everything changed. So of course, I mean,
So you have different priorities now.
I do have
Yes.
different priorities. My now I live with less is more. Of course, we don't need anything to live, anything but anything in the material world. In general, you don't need anything. So less is more. So I changed like my way of personal living, and then I think that I'm in my professional way of working nowadays. I think that I'm also in that way, like less is more, to be more simplistic. But if you are gonna do one thing, then you do it like in the proper way and with really a lot of passion, like in a passionate way. But just take few things, the things that makes you happy, that brings you joy, and then just relax yourself also and balance your life.
In fact, for many, COVID has been a positive thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, actually. For me,
It has
it's
made
so
you think
positive.
that why did I actually do that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you heard about our virtual line design community.
Yes.
It's an initiative that was actually born during the pandemic. So we'd love to hear your opinion and your thoughts about the platform.
Well, I think it's a clever idea. I think that right now, we saw it with the pandemics, everything could be virtual. Of course, not the same, because you can touch people and then you can approach
Yes.
to people. You can even smell people, that is
Yeah.
nice. But it's also a really good idea to gather in the community. Because we are a small community, even though we are worldwide, lighting design community is still small.
But it's a small community. We'll
Yeah,
know
it
each
is
other.
still small.
Yeah.
So it's good to be in contact with everybody, to have this virtual library where
Yeah.
you can find everything. I think it's a clever idea, and I think we just should keep doing that.
Oh, we plan. We have big plans for the future. So
Nice.
absolutely. Thank you for your support. Finally, I would like to round up with a question about what drives Magali to get out of bed every day, and what passion do you have. What maybe you have a message that you would like to bring out.
Well, the message is follow your passion. Do whatever you want that makes you happy.
Yes.
You need to bring joy to your life. You need to be happy. You need to follow your dreams. But you know, when your heart is beating, like you have an idea and then your heart start beating, then there is your passion, and we all need to follow it.
Yes.
Sometimes we're working automatically, and sometimes we don't follow our dreams, and then we know that we need to work and get up and do. But if there is no passion in whatever you do, then there is no point to keep doing things. So get a dream, choose a dream, and follow it. Follow. your dreams.
Magali, thanks for the inspiration.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.